Okay, so I want to introduce you to this device. This is the handheld inkjet printer. This is the power button. Right. So to switch it on, let me switch it back off, and then I'll switch it on again. So to switch it on, you put your hand on the power button for 2 seconds or 1 second, and then it comes on like that. It doesn't take long. So the moment it boots, you find this text on your screen. Right. This particular text is actually what we call a floating text. You can actually move it about, and you can make it smaller, you can make it bigger. Right. When you move to the right, you find out that you have an additional text here, which you can also select and move it about. You can't actually select two at the same time. You can only select one at a time. So the first thing we want to do is to find out if we can make it smaller. So to make it smaller, you can use this particular button to make the text smaller. So if you want to move it, just select it like that and move it with your stylus. There's something on the screen I want to get rid of. All right, fine. So to that's how you make it smaller. So if you keep pressing it, it will keep getting smaller. Now you can actually move the text to your right. You can also move it this way. Move it right under it and also make it smaller. You make it smaller. You want to make it bigger, you use this particular one. And you can also use these arrows to move it to the right, or move it to the left, or move it upwards, move it downwards. All right. Now let's try and print something on the screen. Now with these changes that you have made, you are supposed to ensure that you save these changes. So let's go to File and let's select Save. So this file is saved. The changes that we've made have been saved. So if I should restart the device, for you to restart, you press the power button about 2 seconds, and then you have this OK and cancel buttons here. Select OK, and then it will go off in just 1 second. So to switch it back on, you press the power button again. In 2 seconds, it will actually boot and come back on. So realize that the changes that we made was saved. If you make changes like this, let's say you bring it here, and let me try and make a change here. Let me make the text bigger and make this one too bigger. Remember, you can select and move it to the right or the left to any position you want. If I don't save this change and I actually shut down the device, I won't be able to recover the changes I made. So with this change that I've made, let me shut it down. You're going to shut it down, you need to press the power button for 1 or 2 seconds, and then you're going to have this menu appear. And select OK, then it will shut down. Now, if I switch it back on, let's see what happens if I switch it back on. Right. So you see that I actually got the old change that I did. So the new change that I actually did not appear appear on the screen, or wasn't saved. So you're not going to get access to it. So always make sure you save your changes when you actually do make a change on the device. Now you can add additional text if you want to. You see this add button here. You press that, and then you select any of these that you want. Either you have a text, date, image, barcode, varcode, right? Barcode. I would have to find out what this particular code is. A counter, a form file. Form file has to do with Excel, a table, an icon, and then a paragraph. So let's start with text. So I select text. But that's what most people use. So with the text, the moment you see the text, you'll be tempted to click here and start editing. No, this is the monitor, right? And this is this is the edit area. And this is where you change the font type. This is where you change the font size in terms of the height. And this is where you change the font width. This is supposed to have been font height. This is supposed to have been font width. And then this is where you actually create spacing. If you want to space out the characters. And this is when you can rotate the text. And this is when you can make the text bold or not bold. So let's click the edit area. Right. So with that edit area, for you to type any text, you have these numeric characters, alphanumeric characters here. If you want access to, symbols, when you click here, have access to the symbols. Click on the 1, 2, 3. You have access to all these symbols. You see, you have access to all these symbols. And remember, you can import your own symbol if you want to use a symbol that is not here, right? So you click here, you have more symbols. You have more symbols, just like a regular keyboard. If you want to go backwards, you have to use this particular button. Click here and go backwards. All right. So now we are now in edit mode. So let's try and type something. So let's say for most manufacturers, they want to type manufacturing date. So let's type here manufacturing date. MAN. So remember, if you have a longer text, you actually spend more ink in actually creating it, in actually printing it out. So it's always safe to make it shorter. Right? And then let's add this column. And then now let's say today is 1st July, so 0, 01, 07, and then forward slash 2. So this is the manufacturing date, and let's save it. All right, so you see that the text appears so large. You can make it smaller by clicking here, or you can leave it that way and then reduce the size when it gets to the screen. So now that that one is done, let's actually save it by clicking on this button here. When you do that, you will return to the mother screen, and that text gets saved. It's not saved, but it's actually accepted by the system. So let's click here. All right. So now you have the text on the screen. So let's get rid of this text. To get rid of any text, you select it and then you click delete. Right. So the other one is selected. So let me delete that. Right. So let me move the text here like that. All right. Let me move the text. So I want to make it smaller by using this button. I'm making it smaller. Right. Now, most companies have more than one lines that they actually use. So let me add an additional line to it. Let me click on add. Click text here, and then type in the expiry date. Right. So let's say the expiry date is supposed to be 6 months. So let's say the expiry date is 1 month. Let's say most products. Yeah, so 6 months. So that will be in January 2026. So let's say 026. So let me press OK. All right. So let me press OK here to escape. Go to another screen. So here you can actually move the text about. So let's actually make it smaller and then bring it down here like that. Okay. So let's make here bigger. And then so let's save these changes. So we click on file and click save, and then the file gets saved. Let's add an additional text here. And then let's say we want to put in FDA. So FDA, let's type some random text. Click OK. Let me make it smaller. And let's move this down here. All right, so we see that you have 3 lines. 3 lines. You can actually have 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. So to do that, you just have to make this text smaller. Move this one upwards here. So you select it and you move it up, or you can use this one to move it up. And let's make it smaller. And let's move this one up. And let's make it smaller. All right. So you can add additional text here. let's say ACME. Limited. So that will be the company name. Let's make it smaller. Let's move this one down here. All right, and then let's add another text here. Then let me put the telephone number 02444. So that will be the telephone number. This is a theoretical. It's not a real telephone. It's a theoretical telephone number. So we put that one here, and then let's save this. All right. So you have three lines: manufacturing date, expiry date, FDA, the company name, and the telephone number. So this is all you need to begin printing. Remember, you must make sure the file is saved. So you click on file and then you save it. To save it, click on file and click on save. All right. So um, I'll continue part two and add more knowledge to what you